Bet one, bet 'em all. This is Sprawling Calling. I'm your host, C. Rich. We're going to do the prelims of UFC 187. First of all, if anything, there's really nothing you can argue about any of these underdogs winning, so I'm not. The lowest guy you got on the whole card is the main event, the championship fight for the light heavyweight championship. Other than that, you have everyone that is a 3-1 favorite. The only way you're going to make any money is parlay 3 guys. Or you can take the smart approach and do a lot of in the distance by submission by TKO and capitalize on a little bit less of an investment rather than betting on the main line. But first we're going to start off with Justin Scroggins and Joe Sampo. Scroggins, minus 400, 4-1 favorite. I'm not betting it. I was at first considering maybe an in-the-distance play, because those are always safe, and, you know, it should be maybe around a minus 200 or so. So half the odds for what the finish should be. However, I'm a little sketchy on it, and I don't know enough to put my money where my mouth is on a in-the-distance finish by Scroggins. However, he is my pick. Next, we got Islam Makhachev and Leo Kuntz. Islam is a training partner of the injury-prone Khabib Nurmagomedov, Russian Dagestani fighter. This guy, he's undefeated. Okay. Well, the other guy he's fighting is okay. He's 11-1. Guy he's fighting is 17-1-1, I believe. However, he's been fighting no-name fighters, and the other guy's been fighting no-name fighters over in Russia. The Russian fighters are better, and this is the training partner of the really could be champion of the lightweight division, and Khabib. Yeah, we're going with the Russian. And from the research that I've done, I think in the distance play would be quite worthy at a minus 200 or so. Next, we got one of the guys I'm really excited to see is fight Colby Covington versus Mike Pyle. Covington, first time I bet on him was his last fight. They were in the Philippines. Ross and Wee was my parlay kicker on that one. Made about $60 or so with that parlay. Yes, I know Ross and Wee lost his last fight. That's not the one I'm talking about. But Mike Pyle, he's been knocked out twice in under 2 minutes of the first round. Twice out of the last 4 fights. It doesn't go well up here. Or I should say right here for Mike Pyle. Nobody's given Colby credit. He was a roommate of John Jones throughout college and, a wrestling teammate of his. I'm going to pick a finish. I'm going to pick an TKO second round Colby Covington. I think he will win. A lot of people are going with Mike Pyle due to experience. However, we got a new breed of fighters coming up, and I think Colby Covington is one of those. So next we got Rose Namajunas versus Nina Arsenov. Rose is sitting at minus 300. Tell you what, I don't like betting those odds on any women fights unless it's Ronda Rousey. Especially when a lot of them are unproven. Come on, Carla Esparza last fight. You know my girl Joanna took her out. And that was my prediction, even though everyone else was going the other way. But Rose should win this. Her husband, or whatever, boyfriend, Pat Barry, who's awesome at getting knocked out himself, Rose should win this, but I'm not going to be betting on this one just because it is a women's fight. And you know what? I've seen plenty of underdogs win in the women's division, which I have cashed in on. So, then we got Uriah Hall and Rafael Natal. Once again, Hall's sitting at a minus 400. You actually would have initially just made your money back if you did a 1-unit play or, an even play up to get, however. He was a minus 300 his first fight. I think that was against Doomsday. But you would have just made your money back on him. He's always sitting at a -3, -400. You never know which Uriah is going to show up, but I think the Uriah that we all love to see will show up and will finish this fight. So an in the distance play, maybe. If anything, I'll end up waiting. I'll end up betting it right before fight time, depending on how he looks back in the training room, pre-fight. So then we got Dong Hyun Kim and Josh Berkman. We know what we're going to get out of Berkman. He will keep the relentless pressure. He'll take the fight to you. Kim, we don't know which one's going to show up at a -300. I don't feel safe on betting this one. I don't feel betting it on it in the distance play either for either fighter. Could always happen, but I'm going to go with Kim for the win by decision. Then we got John Dodson, Zach Markowski. Dodson sitting at -500, which he is well worthy of, unlike a lot of these other fighters. Unless your name is Dominic Cruz or Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, you can place any betting line in front of me with John Dodson, and I'll bet on him. Here's the thing, Markowski's really, I love this guy. I've bet on him every fight that he has had in the UFC, except for one. Don't remember who it was, but I took him against Tim Elliott. I took him his UFC debut, thanks to my buddy Rex, on those outlooks. But John Dodson is too much for any fighter in the featherweight division. One could even argue he could dominate the 135ers too. But he doesn't have to because he can make weight at 125. But, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Please like the page, subscribe. Don't forget to check out sprawlandcall.com as well as our newest entry, Eugene, over at Inside the Cage. So until next time, don't blow your bankrolls. Always have fun, and I'll see you next time.